Hey, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that this review is part of a series of reviews of the 1999 LEGO Star Wars sets, and there is a playlist available where you can see all of them. So now on to this week's review. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is MCLegoboy here with 7161 Gungan sub. The second to last set in our 1999 LEGO Star Wars series. It is 379 pieces and retailed for $50 back in the day. So, that's a bit up there. That's a bit pricey. I don't think I agree with that, but at the same time, there are some pretty big, large parts in it. And some odd ones too. I'm not entirely sure like what's new, what's not new. Maybe like, I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like, you know, people are complaining about what prices are these days, but at the same time we got like better looking models, and there's a lot more pieces in the models to make them look better. When you have the old sets and you look at them and it's like, okay, well, like, is that really worth the money for that? It's like, it's hard to say. And again, like, there's some big parts on here. So that does increase the price. But, you know, we'll stop arguing about that. Let's go over this thing, because I think the minifigures are built separate. No, I don't know. We'll go over this thing first. Yeah, it's a lovely little seascape. Got a little clam, got a starfish hanging out in a little tiny cave. Got some moss everywhere, or not moss, little seaweeds. And we got this cool stingray. I love this stingray, and it comes with a little peg that loosely fits right on top of one of those guys, so I can make it look like it's flowing. It's flying along, because I don't think that you can actually fit studs into this. Let's see. No, it's difficult. Let's try this thing. Okay, you can, but barely. And I don't want to, because I found that creative solution. There we go. Oh, who needs you? Silly Lego piece. Alright, so yeah, just do that. Kind of looks like he's flying along. Swimming, not flying. We can open this up. I think it's pretty obvious. I've got some clear bricks on here to make it stand up and look fun. So here we go. We got Jar Jar Binks, everybody's favorite, Jar Jar Binks. Simple tan colors. First time ever molded head that is specific to a character, and dark gray pants and no printing on the back, you know, of the torso. The head can turn just a little bit, so that's nice. And that's all for Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks, everybody. Qui-Gon Jinn. So, like in a previous episode, I talked about Darth Vader. You can sit him down, like scrunch up his cape. This is what happens when you scrunch up a cape and you don't do anything with the figure, and it doesn't get all like old and frayed and can just fall down naturally. So yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn. This is what it looks like. And for whatever reason, they have him piloting the sub. Maybe that was one idea that they were going to do before. But here he is, piloting that sub. Also, I mean, like, I'm trying to remember. I think you can, in fact, get everybody crammed into this front module of the sub. But the problem with that is that it's very cramped, and it's still not quite accurate, because you have to put, pretty sure you have to put Obi-Wan up front and center, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I had it like that. So, you know. And we finally get to Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan, brown pants, same as Qui-Gon Jinn. No Padawan braid. I think they just kind of went with this one print at the time. And it's the only time we ever actually see Obi-Wan. So, you know. Again, like, no back printing. So it's interesting how they've gone about this. And, yeah, you notice that he came with a hood. Don't know why he comes with a hood, but he does. There we go. So he doesn't even come with hair, which is very intriguing. And we're going to get the instructions out of here just because they are a little cumbersome. They get in the way. They make the camera focus on them too much. Throw that down here. And we'll get rid of all of these clear bricks just to make it look dynamic and fun. So yeah, this is the sub. Got some cool parts that can open up here. Got some stuff that can come out for our own purposes later. There we go, got it. And yeah, it's a pretty cool set. You can just fly it around like that. Pretty simple. But one cool thing that it does that a lot of these 1990 sets do, they are a bit modular. They can split off into their own separate little things like that. So now you can take this, and I want to say you plug in that. And come on, there we go. You've got a fun little speeder like that. Or you can split this open just a bit. It can be like that. So you got a speeder doing that thing. Or you can attach it on in here. No, you can't. Although if you were... no. To be honest, I don't know why this part breaks off, but it can. Inside of these compartments, you can store yourself some lightsabers. Obviously, I pair Qui-Gons with Qui-Gons and Obi-Wans with Jar Jar Binks. Don't know why I'm putting an extra S on Qui-Gon and leaving Jar Jar without the S for his last name.
Balance.
I don't know, I feel like I'm rushing because my camera's flashing that the battery's gonna die. And I'm just waiting for it to happen. So, you know. Good old-fashioned finger hinges on all of these, of course.
The crowd goes wild!
Got my favorite part down in there. On both sides, you've got like an old Aquanauts, or Aqua Raiders, or Aqua Zone, whatever we're calling it. One of those old control panels there. Upside down in this view, but you know, it's there. And Star Wars control panel, and of course my favorite piece, the 1x4 with all that printing on it. It's beautiful. Another one of those guys, and our tail spins around via like an axle through a pinhole. And these tubes, it's literally just like, here, take it. Oh, kind of straightened out again, twist it, becomes more like the movie. So friction between the clips and the hoses are what make it work. Now what did I do with the front section? There we go. The front section, of course, like it's got its own hinges, uses an anchor. The remake also used an anchor, although a redesigned version of the anchor. Oh man, look at all that dust. Got some really cool orange bricks there. Kind of make everything light up. I love these printed parts. I love these printed parts. Yeah, man, the 90s were great. They gave us printed parts. And I think really the last thing to really talk about are the all the slopes on this guy. Because the remake that came with the slopes, to be honest, I didn't really like it. I didn't like the way that it looked because when you looked at the front of it, while it was nice and curved and like rounded, there were also these little wedges that were missing because it was all splayed out. And this, I mean, yeah, it's a little blocky and chunky, but it feels a little bit more smooth, more streamlined. So everything is kind of, doing its thing. What am I saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Like, the remake, it looked nice, but it was a little not that great looking, in my opinion, when it came to the sides. They didn't quite look as good. And I think that's really all there is to talk about with this guy. Anything else that I missed? Not really. I mean, it's like I went over all the hinges and all the things popping out and going everywhere. So yeah, I guess all there is left to talk about is the super fun comic in the back. So yeah, they're going along, and then oh no, it's the OPC monster. Rawr. But now nobody can breathe. But Qui-Gon's got the idea. He'll use the parts to make himself a little breath. No, I wanted to say breathalyzer. That is not the right thing. A little oxygen mask. And then Obi-Wan and Jar Jar and even Qui-Gon, they start building their own speeders and they go along and then, hey, we saved ourselves, Except now we're falling out of the sky. So let's make a raft. And then the OPC monster's back and, oh no! And then they make another ship that looks like a bigger monster and scare it off.
There's always a bigger fish.
So, yeah. Pretty fun. And I love this. They just show you all the different things you can do. Ah, see, that's the one combo I forgot to do. I forgot to make the combo of the little guy with the orange propellers combined with this guy to make it work. Yeah, there you go. But that is 7151 Gungan sub. It's one of my favorite sets, and I actually do have another one still in the box. Actually, when my dad and I were going still using eBay days.
Oh boy, story time, story time, story time.
We had put a bid on 2 of them, and we accidentally ended up winning both of them. And instead of being one of those people like, hey, we're not going to buy this, we just bought them both. And so Dad gave me the one that was not in the box. I built it and I loved it. And I still do. Love it a lot. I've gotten an extra copy from friends and family members or something like that that is now like thrown in all the loose parts, but I still have one in the box. And a friend of mine has always wanted this set, and I keep saying, I was like, hey man, like, it's there. And obviously I'll ask money for it, because that's a whole set. Like, it's not just, it's like, hey, can I have this one piece? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Like, this is a whole set that he wants, you know. But I do technically have one for sale. I just, you know, I don't know if I want to give it away to just anybody. I want to try and let my friend have it. So yeah. One last thing I did want to mention though. These there goes that motorcycle again. These grill plate tiles in here, they don't actually sit down. I don't know what it is, but they're sandwiched in between a big plate and another big plate, like with the seam going in between them. And for whatever reason, they don't like that. Oh yeah, here we go. Like, let's talk about all these big plates on the back. You know, big wedge that's made specifically for this set. Like, big plates, big plates, big plates, big plates, big, 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 big. More big plates, you know. I think that's why the price is up. It's just like more quality control over making sure that those parts come out okay. Because it's a large area to put in the one spot for like one injection mold. But I think now we have said everything that we were going to say. So, this has been MCLegoboy with 7161 Gungan sub. Up next is 7171 Mos Espa Pod Race, one of my favorite sets, and you better believe that's going to be a long review because it's pod racers, and we've been talking pod racers all year, but like, this is a set of pod racers, so, you know. And also there's like just a whole thing with that set, but, you know, just fair warning, you guys, we might make a 40-minute review.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Anyway, see you guys.